today's video, I just want to talk about what to do when you get the old crap storm of life. Um, I've been seeing a bit of this going on posts on Facebook and stuff and socials, and I know it was a little while ago, mm, I don't know, a month, maybe a couple months ago, where I had my own little, crap storm come and it was a lot going on. And what to do when this happens, because life is always going to happen. There are always, endless things that come up, and we can't control the outside world. The only thing we can control is ourselves and our actions. That is it. We cannot control other people. We cannot control life. Just how we respond, that is it, just ourselves. So this is really important to have these basics and really just have at the back of your mind, like, life happens, crap happens. What are we going to do about it? So I know for myself, this happened, then this happened, then this and this, and then it just seemed like one after another after another. And I was like, okay, like, what is happening? Are my energies off? Like, something. I know for what I was working very, very hard on letting go of my control issues. That is a problem I still struggle with. All of us, overwhelmed, used to be overwhelmed people, we do have control issues because that's how we learn to survive. Micromanaging and controlling everything because of so much that we couldn't control. Like, we were just trying to get a little bit of structure in our lives, right? So completely understandable. I get it. I am still working on it myself. So I had this big session in really trying to let go. And like immediately the day after, I had this really good release. I felt really good. And then it's just like life was throwing stuff. I don't know if it was testing me. I'm not quite sure what was happening. But after about 4 or 5 days, I was like, okay, like, this is enough. What is happening? And I'm like, okay. So I sat down, took my breath, and really just thought, all right, what's happening? What am I doing? Where are my thoughts at? I did a couple meditations. One was to rebalance energies. The other meditation was to like realign chakras and do like a little cleanse or something for that. I wanted to make sure everything was in alignment and I wasn't off balance in that regard. But the biggest thing, guys, the biggest thing to help when you have just that crap storm of everything, get back to the basics. If you are, along your journey and you've already kind of organized a bit, you've done some of these things, and it's just life has piled back on you, remember, you've come out of that already. You've already progressed in your journey. You've already climbed out of that rut once. So you can do it again. So just have that faith and know that you have the tools. You just need to re-implement them and redo them and start using them again. Because I know that was something, it's kind of like we get flustered and we really get thrown off track when all of these things come at us. And so even myself, I kind of stopped following my schedule as much, and it really derails you. It's like when you have a good flow of something and someone comes out and just interrupts you, and you're just like, oh my God, what was I saying? What? And you have to get back on track. This is the same, just bigger scale. And so I remember sitting down and I remember, writing it all out. Okay, what have I done? Where could I be going wrong? What am I feeling? Just whatever pops into my head, whatever I thought might help or be a problem, get it out on paper, right? And then I was like, okay, let's add a few things into my list of what I think I need to do, like, a couple extra guided meditations. I had decided, we are so blessed and lucky. We live really close to Extra Park and they have a yearly pass. So I was like, all right, I need to go for a float. The rivers they have there are fed off the ocean. So it's a milder salt water. It's not like being in the ocean, but it's still salt water. So I'm like, I need to go for a float. I need to relax. I need to have that grounding. I need to have that cleansing. There's so many awesome things for ocean water. And so I put that in my schedule, and then I just really made sure to get back to, okay, I have to follow my routine. I have to strictly get back to following that schedule really strictly, because sometimes when we get really good, our lives are just really coming together a lot more relaxed. We don't need to be so strict with that schedule anymore unless we fall off the wagon, right? So that's a big thing where take it back to the very beginning. You're super stressed, you're super overwhelmed, life is just permanent chaos, it seems. What did we do? We, brought down the anxiety. Can I fix this? If not, all right, try and set it aside. Not my problem. I literally can do nothing about it. So I'm going to let it go. If I can fix it, great. How? Because if you focus on the problem, you enhance the problem, you attract more problems. So we don't worry about what the problem is. We worry about how we're going to solve it. That is it. I've referenced it before. I'll reference it again. It's like the Sherlock Holmes. We are just logical about this. We set the problem aside, solutions only. So that'll bring the anxiety back down. And then again, we write everything down. We brain dump, journal if you have to, make your list, make your schedule, and get back to that. I'm going to follow this very strictly again for however long it takes, focused attention. And that's the beauty again, when we start using that focused attention, completing that one task at a time, we start feeling more accomplished because now we're crossing things off the list. And naturally, our stress and anxiety is coming down, not just because we're actually accomplishing things, but also because we're so focused on the task that we're not worried about other things, right? And we do this, that'll calm everything down around us, get that structure, that order going again. And then you can add, whether it's some guided meditations or you just do your daily positivity and gratitude, add that in there, which will naturally boost your mood. You're already starting to feel a little bit better. You're feeling accomplished, and this will just help you get out of that rut faster. If you're having issues, maybe you're just in a really sour place, maybe there's just been lots of crap that's gone on, you need to sit and ask yourself, is this where you want to be? Is this how you want to live your life? I mean, just last week, I had to ask a client of mine that, terrible, lots of horrible things all at one time, multiple deaths and things coming at her. And it was like, I understand grief and all of that, but due to that, everything else for her was compounding and sliding. And it was that, is this where you want to be? And she's like, no, of course not. All right, let's do something about it. Because that's the other thing, just a little side note, guys. We cannot properly grieve either if we're so overwhelmed and we have all of this crap going on, right? Just a little side note. So yeah, if you're having trouble kickstarting, getting that back on track, really sit. Is this where you want to be? Is this acceptable? Is this what you want for your life? Of course it's not. And you've already climbed out, so climb out again. You have the tools, go back to basics, go back to the beginning, get it going again. There's nothing wrong with going back to the beginning. You follow those same steps you followed before till you get back and you're right back on track. And then life is good. And it's good to know this and have this in your back pocket because life always happens. I haven't really had anxiety in years. I haven't really had too much, episodes of stress getting at me and stuff. And life got to me, and it was a week. Oh man, it was a week. But thankfully, it was that okay. You know what to do because no matter who we are, no matter how great we are, positivity, gratitude, great lifestyle, life happens. Just in case you guys are curious, it did take me about a week. I got back on track, hit the schedule, really started focusing again, really hitting those routines hard. And it was about a week. Life was back on track. Life has been great ever since. So again, this is one of those everything I say to tell you guys, I do it myself. I use it myself. Literally, hey, I just did this. It'll work because I just used it. So, all right, guys, I hope that helps. Also remember that when life does hit you, there is no what. There's no sense in worrying about why, what did I do? Why is this happening? it doesn't really matter. It's how are we going to deal with this and get out of this? Maybe when you're in a great place again, you can think, oh, is there a correlation between like letting go of some control issues and then things happening? But in that moment, it doesn't matter. It matters to get out of that place, get in that healthy place where you can think and you can analyze. And maybe then, okay, well, next time I know, la la la. Right? All right, guys, I hope that helps. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a subscribe if you don't already. Pass me on to your friends if you like my stuff. And guys, I love comments. I don't get a ton of engagement yet. So I'm asking you to just give me a comment if you can. Let me know if you appreciate, if you have tools, if you've climbed out of ruts already, if anything related to any of this stuff. I just love comments and let me know how it goes. If you have questions, I love answering questions. Literally my purpose in life. So yeah, other than that, I will say have a very wonderful day.